Hi, it's Worth from Singing Streets. We're here in London and lucky enough to have my friend Matt Galvin, guitarist extraordinaire from Sydney. And we're at a very special place for Australians. Matt, why don't you tell us where we are?
We're standing outside the studio that the Triffids recorded Born Sandy Devotional in Farringdon. And this was a record that came out in August '85, which was a stunning release and a stunning turnaround in fortunes, I guess, for the band.
So it's 40th anniversary right now.
Yep.
Of this amazing, I would say it's in the top 10 Australian records of all time.
I'd say,
would you?
Yeah, I would. We didn't really appreciate it when it came out, I don't think, and the we meaning Australia.
Yeah.
As I said, there's just like a two-speed kind of thing going on where there was a real line in the sand with radio airplay, and if you weren't getting commercial airplay, you weren't being heard.
Right.
And otherwise it was community radio or Triple J.
And their sound was kind of ethereal. It wasn't really meant to, it's not immediately catchy.
No, it wasn't reflective of, I guess, the mainstream Australia of the late 80s.
Midnight Oil.
Midnight Oil, Chisel,
yeah.
Farnham.
Yeah,
In
excess.
In excess.
Yeah.
But time has been very kind to this record, and for to me, very obvious reasons. Lyrically, just one of the most exquisite recordings you'll ever hear, and evocative of, while the band didn't think so, evocative of the Australian landscape, but really it was the landscape set against stories of unrequited love.
It's an office now, as you can tell. And this was Mark Angelo Studios. They came here, and it was early on. Apparently there was a construction site next door. The producer, Gil Norton, put the drummer, the drummer is?
Alzie McDonald. In a garage.
He put the drummer next door. He was disconnected from the rest of the band. They were all recording in the warm studio. He was out here in August in London drumming away. And he talks about how he heard through the talkback that they were having beers and having laughs and having fun, and he felt really isolated out there.
There's not a whole lot of, that's probably the number one piece of, I guess, trivia about the recording itself. There's not a whole lot of stuff out there related to the nuts and bolts of the recording. They just weren't that kind of band.
Yeah. If you know more about the recording, tell us in the comments.
let us know,
because we want to know.
The only other thing I heard was they were restricted to by the neighbours to like almost a 9 to 5 recording because of the noise, which the older you get, that's very appealing.
Having studio hours curtailed. Sorry.
Well, live like everyone else, I say.
9 to 5, time to go home. So they recorded bits of their next record, Calenture, here as well as other studios in London. And they were living in Hackney when they were recording this, we just found out.
Yeah.
From
Rob himself, courtesy of my friend Joe White, who provided information directly from Rob. So that was really lovely, and thank you.
And Australians in London, come here, make a pilgrimage. This has been incredible to be at the site of one of the greatest Australian records ever made.
I think so. I'm pretty excited. It's great.
And thank you, Matt, for sharing your time with me.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
And check out Matt's bands, and also subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out. Thanks.
Cheers.